Hello! Hey there, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hello, everybody. December 30th, Monday. Year is almost over. I cannot believe it. I mean, I can. It's just, it feels like this year went by in the blink of an eye, but also was the longest year ever. You know what I mean? Oh, it's absolutely nuts. I don't know. When I was looking through all of the stuff that I had done this year, because for a while I felt like I hadn't done a lot this year, and I felt like maybe I didn't do enough. But then I was like making a list of all of the things that happened this year, and there was a lot. There was a lot that was going on. So, yeah, kind of exciting, kind of scary. Lots of feelings all at once. I always feel lots of things this time of year. Hi, Lily. Alola. Welcome. I hope you had a lovely Monday. And I hope you have fun plans for tomorrow. I mean, it's on a Tuesday, but you know people are still gonna go out and be crazy and party a little bit. I'll be headed to my partner's company party for a little bit, but we're not gonna stay there the whole night. We're gonna come back home and ring in the new year at home in our PJs, as God intended. I just wonder how many people are gonna like go out to the club and get really drunk, cause it's on a Tuesday, and I'm like, how many people are working Wednesday? You know, who took off Wednesday, and who's gonna be calling in sick, sick, quote unquote. Playing a few games and a party. Okay, yes. We love games. Actually, at my partner's family's Christmas, because we did that on Saturday. We celebrated with my people on Christmas Eve, and then we visited my partner's family on the 28th, and we played a lot of games. Though they are game people, card games, board games. And we introduced their parents to Jackbox, so that was kind of fun. They're good sports. They're always good sports. Velcro is here. She's chilling. She's been extra cuddly today, and I've been enjoying that very much. Yes. Hello. She's gonna stand up and do a big old stretch. But, yeah, today we're just chilling. We're going to be talking about what had happened during 2024, things that I thought worked well, things that I want to improve upon, and then talk about goals and what I want to be happening in 2025, what will be happening and what I want to happen. Because it's not always like, you can plan all you want, but then sometimes life throws a wrench in your plans. So we're going to talk about what plans we have, and then we'll see what actually happens, because that's kind of the deal every year, right? Like, I'm not somebody who believes in the whole new year, new me shit, because, like, you don't need to change yourself, like, completely every year. But, you know, I do get kind of excited at the idea of, like, a clean slate or a fresh start. Right? Like, that is kind of exciting to me. Like, it's a good reason to, like, regroup, think about your own goals and aspirations. Although it's still, like, at the beginning of winter time, so, like, I don't push myself so much immediately, you know, because it's cold and you're tired, but it's a good time to plan and think And then once springtime really hits, just like hit the ball running, you know what I mean? Oh. But this time of year is fun. And I hope everybody had a lovely Crimbus, because we met... Oh no, we met on Friday. I was about to say, we haven't met since Christmas. That was a lie. That was a lie, because we met on Friday for Kai Guy Idols. So we did meet. I'm just a little forgetful. Because, you know, Mondays and Fridays aren't my normal days for streaming. But, like, honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at this kind of schedule. And I'll probably be switching some things around in 2025 schedule-wise as far as streams go. Still in the evenings, but, like, maybe some different days. Just kind of seeing what works best, you know? What's more sustainable. Yes, that's... I was like, what's this word I'm looking for? Sustainable. Jesus. New phone? Heck yeah! Does it have all the bells and whistles on it? I hope it serves you well. Do you play games on your phone? Be the iPad child. You got games on your phone? You know, as one does. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at what went on this year, 2024. I will say, I do think it was a better year for me than 2023 overall. Just because, you know, I got a treatment plan and, you know, things seem to be working a little better health-wise than 2023. So I will say 2024 had that going for it. Oh, good. Yeah, we don't like broken cameras. Very nice. Good fix. Of course you have Pokemon Go. I bet you have all the Pokemon games. That doesn't surprise me at all. Alright, so starting, if we look back in January of 2024, almost a year ago, we started the year with IkiCon and the Texas Idol Festival. I was not performing, but I organized the festival, I hosted the festival, and that was the first festival, I do believe, that we were able to get a really good, like, finale number with blocking. Like, different formations and different parts, rather than everybody just doing the same thing the whole time. I was really proud of that, and I'll be uploading that. I want to say January 1st, I'll be uploading the finale video from last year to kind of advertise, since I am doing IkiCon again, and I am running the Idol Festival there once again. Not performing, but producing, organizing, directing, hosting, as per usual. Gonna be back at the giant resort. Moshi Moshi! Hi, Pillow! Welcome! Welcome and happy almost New Year. Ace Attorney Investigations. Which one is that? Does that have the Apollo child? Is that what that is, or is that the newer one? I've been playing Ensemble Stars. That's the game that my ass got into for Christmas, so. But we're just chit-chatting. Ah, yes, Miles. The boy. The man. The man with the plan. But we just started recapping 2024. You know, and I said that 2024 was like a better year for me health-wise, but shortly after IkiCon, I got into a car accident, totaled my car, broke my wrist, and had some pretty bad muscle damage in my left leg. So I guess that's the exception to the rule. That was the first time I had ever broken a bone. I was so mad. I had gone through all my life without breaking a bone, and then this teeny tiny stupid itty bitty little bone in my wrist was like, nope, I'm going to crack. Yeah, no, universe said fuck you. And yeah, I had only had that car for 2 months. I'd found a nice used car with more space, and then totaled. But honestly, my insurance and my medical team were very helpful. And honestly, the broken wrist healed. I think I wore a brace for like 6 weeks. But then after that, like, the wrist was not the issue. It was the main issue was the muscle damage in my left leg. I still have this, like, I mean, obviously there's a scar there because there was some cuts. But, like, I also have this, like, post-inflammatory hyperinflammation. Like, it's not a bruise, or hyperpigmentation, sorry. But there's, like, this big dark spot on my left calf. And it has faded some. It has, but it's still there. And this happened in February of this year, so it's, like, I'm putting, like, a brightening cream on it to try and... Because, like, the scars are quite shallow, and they'll fade with time. It's just this big old dark spot on my leg. I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit with some brightening cream. And my left leg now is, like, slightly, like, it swells when I'm, I don't know, doing lots of physical activity, or if I, like, sit down without moving for a long period of time, it'll swell a little bit. You know, and the doctor said not to worry about it, wear some compression socks, muscle massage, that kind of stuff. And, like, I don't think anybody else can notice it. Like, no one's looking at my, like, shins and my ankles specifically. But, like, I notice it, and it bothers me. So I'm just trying to, like, I'm trying to care for it. Like, it doesn't inhibit me from walking or dancing or anything anymore, like, but it just bothers me. It's just, like, it's just vanity shit for me at this point. But honestly, that was probably the craziest thing that happened this year, was the car wreck and the injuries that happened thereof. You broke your leg at 18 months? Jesus. What were you parkour? Were you a parkour baby? Well, that's good. Yeah, keep away from those bees. Bees? Nah, but I have wheels again. My body's pretty much back to normal. It's just cosmetic things that I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to fix them. So I'm doing my best, but honestly, you know, I am just glad I made out like I did, because, you know, knock on wood, that could have been a lot worse. Ugh, knock on all the wood. Drive safe. Drive like everybody else is a fucking idiot. Trust in your driving, but trust no one else. That was the big lesson this year. So after that was early February of this year. After that, I decided to do my first Donathon stream. That was in February of this year. The, like, was it 8 or 12 hour karaoke? I think it was 8. Pretty sure. Let me double check. I'm over here on YouTube. I can figure it out. But honestly, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed just singing a bunch of stuff for a long time. I definitely had to rest my voice the next day, but, like, it was a good time. So the Donathon successfully helped me to fund my second single release. I was able to get it mixed and mastered. I was able to buy art. So that was very successful, and I hope y'all enjoyed that. As far as music goes, I'm gonna have to figure out, Because I don't know if donathons are the most, like, practical way to raise funds for creative projects. But, you know, I could do it again. I could. I wouldn't mind. Where is it? I'm scrolling through all my streams, like, where is it? I'm trying to find the length of it. Oh, 8 hours. Yep, that was 8 hours, not 12. I think my voice would have been dead if I tried to sing for 12 hours straight. I'm kind of surprised that I made it through 8, but a bitch did the damn thing. So, but I love just being able to, you know, pick up some songs that I hadn't sang in a while, and see everybody's requests. And it made me very happy to have everybody's support for releasing music. So I appreciated that very much. I do want to do some more, like, special event streams. Not always involving money, but just, like, I don't know, celebrating holidays or achievements or something. You know what I mean? Just having a little party with everybody, right? I love a good excuse for a party, for a get-together, you know what I mean? So, after that, we're moving into March. And March of this year was my first music release of the year. I released 2 things. But this one I didn't quite promote as much, but I did post it everywhere. And this was a collaboration with my partner. My partner is a DJ as a hobby. And so they created a house remix of Gurenge from Demon Slayer, the first Demon Slayer opening. And I sang on the track. So it is on all streaming services. You can find it through me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, etc. Hi, Wallflower. Hello. Happy almost New Year. We're just recapping and chilling and talking. We've made it to March. So March of this year, I released my first music thing this year, and that was the Gurenge House remix by Pearl Grey, featuring me on vocals, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoy listening to house music, but I never sang on a house track before, so that was new for me. Hi, Mai! Hello! Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining in. I hope you are having a lovely Monday evening. Happy almost New Year. So, yeah, although I will say those vocals were like 2 years old. The project got put on hold and they were like, do you want to record those vocals again? And I'm like, listen, it's going to take me at least another week. When do you want to release this? And they were like, I want to release it sooner than that. I'll just use your old vocals. And I'm like, okay. But honestly, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was kind of fun. I mean, I really like what they did with the production. I'm a house music fan. And you can find that on all streaming services. But that was the first drop of this year, the first music release. Because honestly, I'd kind of forgotten about it because I was like, oh, I'd only released 1 song this year. And then I'm like, no, technically, even though it was a cover, it was a remix. So there were 2. Because it do be on streaming services. So next, moving later into March, I held my first masterclass this year, and that was the Kaigai Idol Festival Audition Masterclass. Since I do run Texas Idol Festival and I am behind the casting table there, and I've also been in front of it, auditioning for a long time, I just decided to put together some best practices. Hey! Hey! Hi, Macaron! Merry 3 months, miss! Thank you so much for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, man, I know a bunch of DJs, Lily. A whole bunch. Yeah, man, let me know. let me know, or I can just give you a bunch of emails and you can send out some stuff. But yeah, hi Macaron, welcome. I hope you are having a good Monday evening and happy almost New Year. You did go to that masterclass. Very good. But I just decided to put together some best practices. And originally I wanted to hold more than one masterclass this year. But I guess I just got busy doing other stuff. But I kind of liked doing that. I thought it was fun. And I do think that a lot of people learned some stuff. So I'm hoping in 2025 to put together some more masterclasses on different subjects, like about idoldom, and maybe even some singing masterclasses if I can figure out how to get that working online. Because it's harder to do singing masterclasses in a group online than it is in person. But I do want to do some more masterclasses since I had a lot of fun with that. And if you didn't get to go and you want to watch the replay, it is up on my Ko-fi shop. Just throw a couple dollars at me and you get the full hour and a half replay and the accompanying Google Slides presentation, because I did have that as well. Oh my god, sush! I do love some sush. Tasty. Glad you had fun. In building a set list, I don't know if I could make an entire masterclass on just that one subject. But maybe I could work it into something. That's interesting. We'll talk. A vocal panel for that and live stream. I could do that at conventions. Maybe at a convention where I am not running TIFF. That way I have like time to get it together and do what I need to do. That could be. That could be a thing. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes over here. Throw ideas and see what sticks. Honestly, sometimes that's just what you have to do. Throwing spaghetti at the wall is sometimes where you just gotta start with things and then you'll find your direction from there. You know what I mean? But the masterclass was fun. I hope I can do another one this year. I'll probably throw out some topics on my Instagram stories just to see what y'all are more interested in. And then I can put some stuff together from there. Hey, Aqua. Hello. Good evening. Happy almost New Year. I'm doing good, man. I'm chill. I'm happy. I did some chores today. I took a shower. It was hair washing day, so I'm all nice and clean. I've got some cherry limeade over here. Velcro's chillin'. She's been extra cuddly today. It's been a good day, I would say. How are you, friend? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. So that was March. Was WeebCon this year at the end of March or beginning of April? I'm trying to remember, because WeebCon is the next thing on my list. WeebCon was a wild fucking ride, let me tell you. That was, like, from issues with, like, hotel staff to organization. WeebCon was just kind of wild. Because I did end up performing, because originally for the WeebCon Idol Festival that I put on with Idol Nani, it's our collab festival. Speaking of which, I need to message her, because we need to start planning for this year ASAP. But originally, Parfait Party, my idol duo, was going to perform, but then Momo got sick. And so I kind of had to pull a solo set out of my ass. Just to make sure we could fill up our time slot. And like, while that may not have been my most polished set list, I just like, I did a Yakuza song and then cherry on top, and then I did a dance. But that was fun. I hadn't really like learned new choreography and performed, you know, a solo dance in a hot minute. I think it had been over a year. So that was fun. I honestly missed dancing a lot. And I think that performance really helped me recognize that and how much I missed dancing. And that was pretty wild because I had just like taken off my wrist brace. Like my wrist had just healed. When I was practicing the dance for WeebCon, my right hand was still in this brace and I couldn't articulate all of the moves correctly. And then I think like maybe a week to 2 weeks before the con was when the wrist brace came off from the car accident. So then I was dancing on a freshly healed wrist. So that was kind of an adventure. But you know. Yes, congratulations on your panels. I definitely want to come to at least one at IkiCon. Good stuff. That is totally valid, Lily. Producing music can be expensive, so yeah, man, save up. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Wallflower. No, I think it was pretty good, but I just kind of like... It was kind of a mishmash. I mean, Macaron, you're talking about what do I do for a set list, and sometimes you just like, you pull out the shit that you can sing at a moment's notice or perform at a moment's notice, and then like put it together. That's just kind of what happened. But it was fun. Hi, Cloud. Welcome. Happy almost New Year. I hope you are having a good Monday. A good Monday. We're chillin'. We're finishing up the end of March. I'm pretty sure WeebCon was at the end of March. I'm over here trying to rack my brain for dates. But WeebCon is in April this year, so still around the same time, but like slightly scooched over. So, I don't know. I'm kind of happy that March for me this in 2025 doesn't have a convention. Like, I can use it to work on other things, you know what I mean? And I can actually do something with my spring break other than, like, running a festival. Excuse me, hiccup. Busy with school? I thought y'all would be off for the holidays by this point. Or did you just start back up? Man, that's crazy. Well, good luck. Oh, all right, so after WeebCon, and we did get to record Maid Cafe dance cover of Rabbit Hole for WeebCon because it was right before Easter. It's the Easter convention. Although they banned people from wearing bunny ears because apparently they think normal people can't distinguish cosplayers from the Easter bunny they hired for the hotel. Anyway. Oh, you did? That's funny. Yeah, we just kind of picked a spot that, like, had enough open space and that we weren't in people's way. So, I guess that worked. Oh, good. You're off. Good. But school-related stuff. Okay. All right. We'll make sure you get plenty of rest and relaxation. Isn't it so stupid? No, there was issues. I am so glad that WeebCon is at a different venue this year because that hotel was being mean to everybody going to the convention. They were not nice. No, they were just like, cosplayers for WeebCon cannot include bunny ears or tails or any Easter paraphernalia in their cosplay because it's so goofy. Because they're like, we're hiring an Easter bunny and an Easter event for the children, and we don't want the children to get mixed up. And we're just like, are you serious? Right? I'm just like, fool, we are giving you so much money to stay in your rooms this weekend. You're getting so much money out of these weebs. The least you can do is just let them have fun. Damn. Ooh, where's that, Aqua? That's so cool. I love when Precure design team is anywhere in the US. Right, I agree. Because, like, the bunny was in a mascot suit. I saw the rabbit. They can definitely tell the Easter bunny and friggin' Miku apart. I agree. Ugh. Final Fantasy Vieira cosplayers be damned. IDK professional Easter bunny etiquette. Oh, Ushikan. Oh, shoot. I need to email them. Hold on. I need to just, like, write down a reminder. Just gonna open up WordPad real quick. Thank you for reminding me, Aqua. Alright, and we're gonna put that in big font. Big letters. There we go. Okay, so then when I close all my windows, that'll be the first thing to pop up. I can email them because we're supposed to be doing stuff with them this year. But, I can't say anything about it yet until it's confirmed. So, thank you. Anyway, no, WeebCon was silly. Like, there were good things. I loved all the performers at TIFF. The meet and greet for that particular TIFF went really well. And I think it's because we were in the autograph section rather than in a panel room. Like, all the voice actors and stuff had gone for the day, so they put us in their space at the tables. And that was excellent. That was great. Capitalize it so you know it's true, right? All caps, big font, bold, underline, all that shit. No, but I love the meet and greet. I really hope we can get more spaces like that this year. Cause it flowed better than having it in a panel room. But you know, we kind of have to work with what we can get at this point. Hello, Spider. Hi, happy Monday. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, and happy almost New Year. I hope you're having a lovely Monday evening. Big font, the house down boots. Diva boots. Anyway, April, I kind of I fucked off to Europe in April. That's what I did. Hey, congratulations on your streak. Big congratulations. Thank you, Macaron. I swear, that pops into my head just every couple days. It's never gonna leave. But April this year, my mother and my partner and I went off to the Netherlands and Belgium for a vacation. Usually when I travel, I'm usually working. Like, it's usually for a convention and I'm usually working. But my mom had booked this trip and she's like, do you want to come with me? You know, after I had that accident, she's like, let's go make some memories. Do you want to come to the Netherlands? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Netherlands. So off we went. Ooh, Minecraft. What are you building? What's happening in Minecraft? Hi, Mo. Hello, friend. Gotcha. Thank you for the heads up, Aqua. But I was in the Netherlands for and Belgium. We went back and forth for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. It was that was a wild ride. We were on a river cruise. And we were supposed to be on one boat. And then that boat broke down, so we switched to the other boat. And then halfway through that trip, one of the engines for the boat we were on broke down. But it still worked, but we had to change our river route, so we had to change the itinerary. It was kind of a mess, but honestly, it was fun. Listen, as the boat was still working, it was still afloat. They had an unlimited tea and coffee bar on my floor. With just croissants. Even if the itinerary was changed up, I was comfy. I was chill. I was having a good time. Yes, friend. Of course, friend. Hi, Alita. Welcome. Happy Monday and happy almost New Year. What are you playing? What game are you doing? I love how everyone is just like, yes, after Christmas, must play new games. Same. Same. I have gone into Ensemble Stars Hill is what I have done after Christmas. Playing hardcore, attempting to make a house that isn't a box. I have not been able to do that yet in Minecraft, so good luck to you, Spider. What did I get for Christmas? Okay, I'll tell you two things. we're gonna pause the recap conversation to get into this because Aqua asked so nicely. So my partner got me a refurbished iPad. Cause listen, refurbished, you can get it for cheaper and it's more ethical with what's going on in the Congo right now. So my partner got me a refurbished iPad and a pink case to go with it. Because when I'm having a not so great like chronic illness day and I'm stuck in bed, it's a lot easier to like edit photos or videos and stuff on a bigger screen. So that way I can still like do things even if I'm stuck in bed. So that was exciting. I have been really enjoying it, and I can connect my little Bluetooth keyboard to it, and I can answer emails or draft up messages or whatever. I was using that earlier today. It was excellent. Absolutely excellent. And of course I installed Ensemble Stars because everyone's been like, Martha, you should play it, and now I have a nice big screen to play it on, and I'm hooked. I am in hell. But that's what I'm doing. So that was like the big gift this year. But I think my partner is mad because my auntie's gift got a bigger reaction. And the gift that my auntie got me was this beautiful dark wooden cutting board with Ariel from The Little Mermaid engraved on it. I went like I gasped. I was like, oh my God, it has my girl on it. And my partner's over here like, I got beat by a cutting board. I got you a refurbished iPad, and yet I get beat by a cutting board with Ariel on it. Damn it. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna use that cutting board or if I want to keep it as a display piece, because I don't know if like using it would like mess up the engraving. But no, those were the two big gifts this year: the cutting board and the refurbished iPad. So yeah, I just thought that was funny. Unlimited tea, coffee, and croissants sounds like a right? Man, I was happy. Even when it took longer to get to our destinations, I was like, I'm gonna read a book and have some tea and a little croissant, and then once we get to where we're going, off we go, man. Crusader Kings 3. Oh, very nice. Macaron, it will fill the void. It will fill the void that Utapri left behind. I think it will. It's great. I love all of my silly little men. They're excellent. There's an event currently for a Mao Isada Nutcracker card, and because every year I am very like Nutcracker pilled during the Christmas season, I'm like, I need the Nutcracker outfit for my silly little man, so I'm over here grinding for that. Gift cards. Oh, pre-para up Sailor Moon, Cure Macaron. Ooh, the transformation thing. I love that. I love that so much. Comfort characters are always a win. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I think cutting on it. Macaron Big Brain Charcuterie Board. That is excellent. Excellent idea. I can still get use out of it without messing up the engraving. Hallelujah. The mermaid charcuterie board. Absolutely. Bless. Y'all are so smart. Right? Big brain energy. I love that. You're painting your nails. Princesses Rule by OPI. Okay, I actually have thought about buying that. I saw it at Target the other day, but I was like, no. Don't buy any more nail polish. Use the stuff you have. But honestly, I keep thinking about it. So that's funny that you mentioned it and I just saw it the other day. I was also looking at... I need to get some more hair dye because I need to redo my roots. And they have exclusive like Wicked OPI nail polishes at Sally Beauty. And I was thinking of getting one of those. My nails, I've had my Christmas nails on. since I think I painted them last Sunday. So I was going to leave them on until tomorrow, and then January 1st, I'll do a new set. Ooh, The Last of Us. Okay. Ooh, I do what I can. Good. Sure, man. Yeah, if y'all want to post pictures of your Christmas things, Christmas food, whatever in the Discord, go for it. Go for it. Anyway, ugh. See, I cleaned up the Christmas wrapping Doom pile for when I was wrapping gifts, but now the Doom pile has changed into my own gifts. So, every time you clean, it just gets dirty again, and you gotta clean more. Well, maybe not dirty, cluttered. Cluttered is the word. It's not dirt, it's clutter. Ugh. I was talking with my partner, speaking of changing and goals for 2025, I want to get a smaller desk so I have less space to just, like, leave shit on it. Like, enough space for, like, my speakers, my computer, my lights, but, I just have this big, long wooden table that I got for free off of Facebook Marketplace, and it has served me well. But honestly, it takes up a lot of space, and it is ripe for Doom piles because there's a lot of space. So I'm trying to minimize any space that I can create Doom piles on in the new year. Oh, God. And also, if I get a shorter desk, I can move my, like, piano keyboard up against the wall instead of having it in front of my desk. And then I have more open space in my office for dance practice. You know, we're thinking ahead. We're thinking ahead. But before we continue to think ahead, let's go back. So, April, Netherlands and Belgium. It was messy, but it was fun. I definitely have a lot of memories from there. Also, the food there. Boy, that was some good food. Let me tell you. I kind of want to go back to Belgium at least once in my life for the food. Because, like, Belgium, you have, like, Dutch influence on one side and then French influence on the other, because it's kind of squashed between those two countries. And that is a combination made to delight your taste buds. I still need to, once it actually gets cold down here in Texas, I want to make the Flemish stew that I had in Belgium, because that was tender and saucy and comforting and delicious. But it's still in the 80s down here in Texas. I couldn't even wear my Christmas sweater this year. I have one Christmas sweater, and it's Hello Kitty and a bunch of Christmas ornaments, and it's like pink and green and sparkly, and I'm like, perfect, that's like my Christmas sweater, and I wear it every year for Christmas. I couldn't wear it this year because it was too damn hot. I think I've had hot cocoa twice because, damn it, I wanted hot cocoa, but damn it, it's too hot. I'm over here drinking cherry limeade on December 30th. It's ridiculous. Although apparently, allegedly, it's supposed to get, like, pretty freaking cold, in, like, January, February. So, we'll see. If I end up making the Flemish stew, I'll post it in the food channel on Discord. Iced cocoa. Yeah, that's chalky milk. I do like a chalky milk, though. It's pretty good. Although I will say, the 2 times I've had hot cocoa this month were worth it. Even though it was warm, worth it. And I still have plenty of hot cocoa mix. So once it do get friggin' cold, I can hot tea and hot cocoa all I want. But no, I've still been drinking my cold drinks, iced coffee, iced matcha latte, etc., etc. But, you know. That's what happens when you live in a warm place. All right. Wait a minute, was that? I have the Netherlands and Belgium, and then it skips immediately to June. What happened to May, Martha? Did I just not do anything in May? I love iced coffee. Listen, I am not a hot coffee bitch. I will drink hot tea, but I do not like hot coffee. My coffee has to be iced. Iced vanilla latte. For real. For real. I've been putting, in the fall, I put pumpkin spice in my coffee grounds when I brew my coffee. And then wintertime, I'll do like a little cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe some cardamom. Delish. Hot cocoa mix, dry chalky milk. I mean, they're not wrong, technically. You'll make hot coffee if it's just coffee and creamer. When I order coffee, I will get iced always. Valid. You are so valid. Okay, so Gudenge, WeebCon. What was this? That was April. April. Okay, so May, I guess, was kind of my recuperation month because I don't have any like big events, but it was Kira's 14th anniversary in May of 2024, which means next year, this coming May, it's gonna be 15 years. I'm trying to do a big ass event, but for this year, it was just kind of going down memory lane. Ah, yes! I want an espresso machine so badly, but they are so expensive. Holy heck, they're expensive. But I have a few somewhat low-priced options. Low for an espresso machine. For the future. But I would have to move to a different place because I have just a teeny tiny little galley kitchen in my apartment, so I don't have the space for it right now. I just use my Mr. Coffee that I have in college. It's served me well and it's still working, so I'm still using it. I like my drinks hot and iced, but discovered for some reason I only like my matcha lattes iced. I like that. Yeah. No, there's a different taste to it when it's matcha, when it's hot. Like, plain matcha hot makes sense because that's like tea ceremony and all that, but like lattes, yeah, I just prefer it iced. Hibernation, yes, my-bernation. I like that. Put it on a shirt. My gakery self refuses to order hot coffee. You're my people then, congratulations. Right, the fucking pour-over station. Nah, I've got my rice cooker and my Mr. Coffee on the counter, and that's what I got space for. Like, I gotta move stuff out of the way to use the blender, so, you know. If someone buys it for me, I'll drink it, but I very, very rarely order it myself. Yeah. See, for me, tea, I can do hot or iced. There's just something comforting about a hot cup of tea. But because I am from the American South, iced tea runs in my veins. So there is that. But yeah, I guess I did hibernate in May. What was going on? I'm over here like looking at my social media like, what was I doing? What was happening? I don't know. Nah, man, that really was hibernation. There was not a lot going on. Oh well. Sometimes I guess you just need a nap. Need a nappy poo. But anyway, skipping forward to June, halfway through the year, it was Pride Month, and myself and Momo did some gay shit with Parfait Party for Pridal at YumiCon in June. YumiCon, oof, that was another wild ride. That was wowie. Yeah, that was kind of a last minute thing of, we want idols, can you do this? And I'm like, sure. And then my contact for the convention like quit like 2 weeks before the con, and I'm like, my guy, wait, you're my contact. I don't know any of these other people. Please don't leave me. So I had to meet an entire new to me staff. because my convention contact just like quit and left all of us hanging. So we were like, but we made it. We did it. We did the damn thing. And it was really fun to do parfait party stuff, because I think before that, our last, like, big performance, was that San Japan? In 2021? No. Well, that was our last live concert. We released Heartbeat in 2022, and then just, disappeared off the face of the earth. But then we happily performed again together at Pridal, and we did some throwback content, some Y2K shit, so it was fun. None of these Pacific Northwest bitches know a good iced tea up here. Okay, listen, sidetrack just because iced tea. After Northwest Idol Fest, I went to the airport, went through security, did the whole thing. And by that time I was pretty hungry. So I sat down at a little place and not even thinking, I ordered like a Cobb salad and an iced tea. And then when the iced tea got to my table, I realized my mistake. I was like, Martha, you are in Seattle. You are in the... I pity the fool! Me. The fool was me. And I take a sip, and it's just... that it didn't even taste like tea. Like, yeah, mistakes were made, but I was like, I paid for it, I'm gonna drink it. It definitely came out of a bottle, and it definitely was not steeped for long enough. And I asked for unsweet so I could add, like, my little Splenda to it. But then adding the Splenda to it made it too sweet. I was disappointed. The Cobb salad was great. Love a Cobb salad. That was awesome. But boy, that tea made me sad. Like, for iced tea, you gotta brew that bitch real strong. Like, almost tea concentrate at that point. Because you're just gonna fill the glass up with a bunch of ice and it's gonna dilute it as you drink it, so you gotta make it real strong. And that was not the case. That was my mistake this year, but that's alright. But we performed Parfait Party shit with Pridal, and video footage of that should be going up pretty soon. I had a lot of fun doing that. And Parfait Party had really been doing a lot of like 80s style stuff, but then we decided to change it up and do some Y2K things. We're in our Y2K era now. And honestly, even though we're not as active as we once were, just getting together like a couple times a year for a couple of performances and just doing things that we enjoy, just making it a project to like have fun with. I enjoyed that very much. And actually Momo messaged me the other day with a couple of songs she was interested in. So, I'm not sure exactly when Parfait Party will be back, but like, you know, we're kind of pulling a Haitian Machen. We come out, we promote for a few months and then go into hibernation, and then the same time the next year we'll do it again. That's what works for us. And honestly, at first I was a little disappointed. You know, and I felt bad that we weren't so active all the time, but like, I'm doing my solo shit, and both of us are on staff for Kira Kira Entertainment, so it's not like we're not working together. Like, we see each other all the time. You know, and Momo's also doing a lot of like visual art things. Like, that's her other deal, is like visual art. And then me, I do a lot of solo shit over here, so... You know, having our own set, it's like partners with separate office spaces. We have our space to do our own shit, and then we'll come together and do things together. And then happy fun time, and then we'll go away and do our other things, and then come back together later. So, you know, sometimes I feel like as Kaigai Idols, we put expectations on ourselves of like being as active as people who do this for their living as a job. Like people who are signed to labels and shit, and that's not what we are. Sometimes you gotta do your grown-ass bitch and do your grown-ass adult things. And then come together when you have the time. Like, no shame in that. There is no more shame in our game for Parfait Party. So, keep on the lookout for footage of that and new performances, but I'll be sure to announce them when they happen. Did you hear about the 59-year-old Japanese lady who decided to follow her dream of becoming an idol? No. Can you please post that in the Discord server? Because I need to support her immediately. She just released her first song. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I need to support this lady. I support all the hag dolls. Hag idols, my favorite. Give them to me. Thank you. Thank you, Cloud, for letting me know. I love that you can have that kind of working relationship. Yeah, honestly, it's vibes. It's chill. It's vibes. You know, you gotta do what works for you, and that's just what works for us. Love that for her. Me too. Me too. I think that's excellent. I know a lot of like idols who were big in like early Heisei era and they're still performing lives and stuff, but they've been idols since they were young. So it's rare, very rare to hear of someone starting from scratch at that age. But I love that. I'm gonna support her. She never give up. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so we've gone through the first 6 months of 2024. Month 7 was my second music release, the big one, the one that you all know. Free the World was released on July 4th. That's how I started my July. You know, and I guess I still have some mixed feelings on the song. Like, I'm very happy with the message. I loved the imagery, the visuals for it. I love my costume. And you know, Jem with the production did an excellent job. I don't know if it's my best songwriting work, as far as like melody goes, and my dumbass wrote it in a place that's kind of uncomfortable to sing. It's like right in like the upper break in my voice. Cause I was just going and I was like, yeah, it's gonna sound like this and it's gonna do this, boom, and I banged it out. And as I was recording it, I was like, oh no. Oh no, I am a clown. How in the hell am I gonna sing this? And I've done it live how many times? Twice. And we'll get to those in a minute. You know, and it takes a lot out of me to sing it, because I am just constantly trying to place it somewhere that is comfortable and sustainable, but because it's in my vocal break, it's really hard to do. So thank you, Cloud. Thank you for posting that. But I have started working with a new voice teacher. We've had one lesson together, and then, you know, the holidays kind of messed everything up. But this coming January, in the next, you know, few weeks, we should start working together more regularly. Excuse me. And I'm hoping she can give me some insight on how to be able to perform Free the World and make it more comfortable. Because, like, I can sing it, but I usually put it at the end of my sets because it's just, I'm exhausted by the end of it. I really was not thinking about, like, hey, give yourself places to breathe. Or, hey, maybe give yourself a little longer break here. Or, like, put it a step down here. Like, but, you know, honestly, as you write more songs and as you do things, you learn. even if things don't work out exactly as you want, that's data for the next thing. That is data that you have collected and that you can use to make your next song or your next thing better. Oh, Mama K. I know Mama K. I didn't know she described herself as an idol. I thought she was more of like a city pop artist. But I've seen her on TikTok. Yeah, she's cute. I like her a lot. I do know her, and I added her songs to my Spotify playlist. Hi, Darkrai. Welcome. Happy almost New Year. I hope you're having a lovely Monday evening. I'm doing good, man. I'm good. We're recapping stuff from 2024 and looking to the future. We're a little over halfway through talking through July. We're talking also about, you know, writing music. Writing music sounds intimidating, especially when you're new to it. Yeah, you know? It's very much a, like, learn by doing process. You know what I mean? Thank you for the posture check. Oof. I'm sitting up straight, I promise. But honestly, it's like... you can know how to write good melodies and good lyrics, but then, you know, once you start workshopping it, it might not go the way you plan to, and you might have to change some things. You know, or you might have a deadline coming up, and you're just kind of like, fuck it, that's what I have to go with, you know what I mean? I'm so tired, but I wanted to stop by. Aw, thank you, Darkrai. Thanks for stopping by, but if you need the rest, and if you can get to sleep... please do. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You did DBZ nails. What? Blue and orange and white? Maybe some red in there? I'm not a shrimp person. I promise. I promise. But you know, people have told me after I've performed Free the World, they're like, oh, that's so fun. I really liked it. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad you had a good time. I mean, I have a good time. It's a lot of fun. I love the fan chants. I love hearing people do that because it's easy to follow along to. And I love the audience participation. It's a lot of fun. But it's a lot of hard work. So I'm hoping that by working with my new teacher more, I will be able to have more fun with it and get more comfortable with it vocally anyway. But yeah, that was July. July was, Free the World. It was the release. July was busy. Actually, looking at all of this stuff I have on my list. July, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things just in July alone. Every week I was traveling. Every week I was just going somewhere, performing, releasing stuff, doing things. Color shrimp nails. That's funny. Shrimp nails. Well, listen, I know. That's why I said if you can get to sleep. You know what I mean? Bright shimmery yellow, a top coat with orange red stars. Ah, okay, so it does look like the actual Dragon Balls. But that's cute, though. I kind of like that. I'm into it. I like it a lot. Anyway, July was nuts. So July 4th, Harmony Free the World is out on Bandcamp and all of the streaming platforms. And then a few days later, I drive to Houston on July 7th for the Ms. Mermaid pageant, my first ever entry into a pageant of any kind. And that was a really big learning experience. That was a lot of fun, though. I really enjoyed it. All of the mermaid people were so welcoming and so nice. And all of the other contestants were so talented and really inspirational and so sweet. I sent them all Christmas cards, actually, so we've been chit-chatting lately. I'm sorry you can't sleep, friend. but I hope it's cozy and chill here. But the Ms. Mermaid pageant, I was Ms. Rusalka, the Slavic mermaid, the swamp hag, my girl. I really have developed a connection with Rusalki since I was doing research and stuff for the pageant. Actually, a few years ago, I want to say 2021, I did a few different like Halloween covers. And I did a cover of ATEEZ's Deja Vu. And I filmed it with Ronan from Seeker. And we did a Rusalka concept because in the music video there's a lot of water. And I was like, what is something cool that we can do with water? And so I decided to be a Rusalka, like seducing the viewer on camera to bring them down to their watery death, right? So I had already had some like experience in working with that kind of concept, and so that's what I brought to the Ms. Mermaid pageant. But I was able to kind of discover, you know, the softer side and the less sinister side of the Rusalki while doing the Ms. Mermaid pageant, and I love that I got to learn new stuff whilst being able to perform. You're one of the few streamers I can watch to sleep. No, that's not weird at all. That's very flattering, actually. I'm glad. And thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. They're using guns! I hate that. Man, fireworks are triggering enough. Jesus. Although, I mean, knock on wood, I'm not hearing any yet. Because it's still the 30th. But I know there's going to be lots of boom, boom, pow, pow, pew explosions tomorrow night. So be safe. But yeah, Ms. Mermaid was a lot of fun, you know, and I was so focused on the talent portion of the pageant. You know, I think my different categories, I think my costumes were good, but I think I didn't put as much thought into like the walking or the pageantry of it all. You know, I'm so focused on like performing rather than like pageantry. So I definitely learned a lot about different avenues of performance, and in that avenue specifically while doing Ms. Mermaid. Your neighbors are already using them? Jesus. Well, Dark Riot could be in her area, just not yours. We don't know. But honestly, I made a lot of friends at the mermaid pageant, and I learned a lot about different mermaid deities around the world, and just about like the mermaiding community in general. And I made a lot of new friends. I know I've said that already, but I don't know. It was nice to feel so welcomed into a community that I had never interacted with before. Yeah, and it's nice that we still talk. It makes me happy. So yeah, that was crazy. So first week of July was already nuts. Releasing music, drove to Houston, drove back home, and then the next weekend I was back in Houston for Delta H-Con. And Delta H-Con is like, it's a small convention, but it's like my biggest working weekend every year as far as conventions go, because I am doing 3 days of Maid Cafe with 2 special events. I'm running the Texas Idol Festival, and then I'm doing Maid Contest, meet and greet, selling concessions. Like, that is a put your nose to the grindstone, work. But I always have a lot of fun, and I always see a lot of regulars that come to see my shows, and so it's really nice to like talk with everybody, see how they've been doing the past year, and, you know, entertain them a little bit. So, oh yeah, Darkrai, if you're not in Texas, I guess you wouldn't, but yeah, down here in Texas, people do that. I live in a very diverse community that celebrates lots of different holidays throughout November and December, so the fireworks just kind of become a part of the normal background noise. Yeah. I mean, there's so many holidays around this time of year, which is cool, but it's a very busy time of year. Delta H-Tiv! Listen, I wanted to do everything I could to make sure you could still perform. You were a trooper, an absolute trooper and a rock star. You killed it. Yeah, there's always something. Whenever you're doing an event or a convention, there's always something that, like, doesn't go according to plan. But I think, you know, I've been doing this for so long that I've learned how to adapt and be a bit flexible, you know? Why would I be? I don't know, my guy. I don't know where you are. I didn't mean it as an insult. But yeah, Delta H Con was week 2 of July. Then I think week 3 is the one week of July where I did not travel. I was doing a lot of laundry. After 2 out-of-town performances, I was washing costumes and costumes and costumes and clothes and cleaning and then packing again, because the 4th week of July, after 2 weekends in Houston, I went up to Dallas, and it was Anime Fest, the last ever Anime Fest and Idol Dream Party. It was a festival that I did not have to organize, but I got to perform in, and it was a lot of fun. Honestly, I really liked Anime Fest as a convention. I think it was well run. The events were a lot of fun, because I had gone in the past. Not every year, but I'd been a few times. And I'm really glad I was able to make it to the last one. And the Idol Festival was a lot of fun. I loved all of the performers. I got to actually sit in the audience and watch everybody, you know, until it was my turn to go up. And that was the first time that I had sang Harmony Free the World live, and the fact that, like, people could already follow along with the fan chants at that point was really, really cool. That definitely a little bit of an ego boost. And I really liked that, and I sold out of, like, Checky and merchandise there, so that was a very successful weekend. Not to mention that I pulled out Stellar Stellar by Suisei, which is a fucking monster. But I had used it to audition for the Ms. Mermaid pageant. I sang a different song because I didn't think that Stellar Stellar fit Rusalka as, like, a deity. But I was like, you know, I learned this song for my audition. Why not perform it live? And that was probably the most, like, talked about song in my set. Online, in person, you know, people were really excited about that. I mean, yeah, it's a bop. But it's real hard to sing. But honestly, I think I did that pretty well. I worked my ass off on that song. So I definitely want to put it in another set. I'm not sure when I'm gonna stick it back in, but I would like to do it because I did the acoustic version at Anime Fest. But I would love to see if I can do, like, the like, full album version. So that'll be somewhere in 2025, just because I enjoyed it so much. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. So that was at the end of July, and then I went to go see my boys ATs. That was the same weekend. I performed on Friday, vegged out on Saturday, and then Sunday night it was ATs in Dallas, and that was a fucking blast. They put on the best show. They really do. It's excellent. After that, I had a couple weeks to prepare for the next con, and that was Colossal Con Texas, back at the Kalahari. ATs! Them boys! That was a great concert. Every concert of theirs is great. That was the 3rd time that I'd seen them. And it's so worth it. As long as they keep coming, I will keep going to their shows. Anyway, Colossal Con Texas, that was our next Maid Cafe event. That was another busy weekend. Doing Maid Cafe, or Maid Lounge, technically, all 3 days. Then running Karaoke Room Friday and Saturday nights. TIFF, meet and greet, Wotage panel. So we were running around crazy. But we got to debut a lot of our new Kira Kira Entertainment maid, butler, and page recruits. at Colossal Con. That made me really happy to see the recruits, the new cast members out in the wild doing maid stuff, having a good time. And honestly, people seemed really chill, even though there was like no food because the Kalahari just was not gonna let us do that. Yeah, maid cafes are real. They do exist. I run one. In May, it'll be our 15th anniversary. They do exist. There's probably one in your area. But there was no food because the Kalahari doesn't want people selling outside food and beverage just because they want to make all of the money doing their own food and beverage. So we had manga to read, games to play, arts and craft projects, STEM toys. We also were handing out like little earplugs just in case it got a little loud at the convention. And then we closed down for an hour, had dinner, and then opened up the karaoke room for a few hours. So that was a good time. And then, of course, we had two very special guests at Colossal Con. We had Miracle, aka Lyrical Roller Skater Magical Melody, on stage. And then we had everyone's favorite sweet idol, Barry, from LA, come with us, and that was very exciting to have such a couple of high-profile performers, of course, along with all of our Texas talent. And they actually talked about how that was probably one of the better festivals that they performed in, and they were really impressed with the Texas Idol talent. So that made me happy. Love that. I mean, Darkrai, there could be, even if it's not like a brick and mortar location, you could have like a pop-up or an event-based maid cafe near you. It's possible. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. No, Colossal was absolutely crazy pants, but it was a lot of fun. It's kind of funny using, cause you know, we had tip jars out for like the arts and crafts projects and all that kind of stuff. So I think Saturday night at the maid lounge, it was before the karaoke room and we had to eat dinner before karaoke. And so we just used all of the tip money we had earned and we had like Olive Garden catered. We just got a giant like tub of fettuccine Alfredo and then salad and an absolute ridiculous amount of breadsticks, because we were all so tired, and so we just set up, we put down our own tablecloth, had the door shut, and we, you know, a bunch of neurodivergent weebs with our pasta and breadsticks, That's a good memory. Listen, we had a lot of mouths to feed, and so we're like, okay, what can we get in large quantities on a limited budget? And Olive Garden was close enough, so, oh God. Everybody was happy, and we didn't have to pay out the butt for resort food, so we were good. And we had some left over for breakfast the next day. Oh God. So yeah, Colossal Con, that was the big one of the summer. And then that was August, and then in September, that was my break, but also prep for Northwest Idol Fest, because that was coming up. So September, I got to go to my one convention a year that I don't work, and that is San Japan. San Japan is the one convention a year where I buy a badge and just go be a goober. I don't do Maid Cafe, I don't do idols, I don't do panels, I don't do nothing. I just do cosplay, and I go shopping, and I go to panels, and then I go get some fucking tacos because it's San Antonio. So San Japan was very successful this year. A good, successful, gooberific time. Ain't no party like Maid Cafe Pasta Party. For real, dude. It's the best. Change out of your Maid Cafe monkey suit and back into your goblin core clothes. Down some pasta and then open up again for karaoke. But at San Japan, my big cosplay was Frieren. I did a Frieren group with some of my friends. Nobody recognized me, not a soul, until I went up and started talking to somebody, and they're like, have we met? And I'm like, fool, it's Martha. And they're like, oh my God. Like, the fact that my pink hair was covered up, I think really did it for people. But just like wig, elf ears, makeup, I was incognito. It was honestly kind of great. I just love the fact that nobody could tell who I was. And then I posted pics on Instagram later and they were like, wait, that was you? You walked by me like 3 times. I had no idea. I was like, yeah, man, just me and my little goober squad. It was me as Frieren, my friend Belle as Fern, and then my friend Ellis as Stark. So it was me and the kids. Because we had done, last San Japan, we had done Gojo and Yuji. And, gosh, what's the other kid? The dark-haired kid. Kom! I can't remember what his name is. Ooh, it's been a while since I've watched the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen. But that's kind of our thing. We do, like, parent and child cosplays. So it's Gojo and the kids with me as Gojo, and then Frieren and the kids with me as Frieren. So that was a lot of fun. You know, I wish I could do more cosplay at other conventions, but I'm usually working. But, you know, honestly, I could host TIFF in cosplay. If I'm not performing, I probably could wear a cosplay. I might do that. Frieren needs to get some more wear. I might do that. Anyway. One of these days, I need to go to Colossal Con, Texas. I've only been to Prime, but it's so fun. Honestly, Colossal Con is great. All of the staff there is so easy to work with. It's excellent. They're easy to work with. They're nice. They have everything that we need on lock. I love working with them every year. Do it for Iki? Okay, shoot. Frieren can host the Idol Festival at Iki. I don't have time to make a staff because that's what I didn't have. I didn't have her staff. I need to 3D print that, but I can do that for another con. But yeah, San Japan was excellent. A goobericious time. Gooberlicious. And I did go see the Idol Festival, and I did go sit in the maid cafe. Like, I got to be the customer this time instead of the person working, you know? So, because I still love idols and maids, man. It's just, you know, I get to enjoy them instead of, like, working on it. So that was fun. And then in September, another thing in September was my second VTuber anniversary. I've been around here for 2 years doing VTuber stuff, so we did that, and that was fun. And honestly, I liked, instead of doing one long stream, doing just a full week of streams, like every day, normal stream time, but just a whole bunch at once. That was a lot of fun. I loved, you know, decorating the cake and playing games and doing karaoke. Had a great time. Oh, thank you, Macaron. I appreciate it. Yeah, you were! I do remember chatting after the fest, yes. I just kind of wandered in there and was hanging out. Yeah, I enjoy when I get to wear, like, cosplay and or J fashion somewhere, and I'm not just in, like, my monkey suit. I know that might sound silly. That's what my mom calls her work wear, because she works at a doctor's office, so she's always wearing scrubs. So she calls her scrubs her monkey suits. And so I've started calling my maid cafe uniform and my idol costumes my monkey suits. Cause I'm there working. So I'm over there. I'm not exactly a corporate monkey, but they're still my monkey suits. So yeah, man, second VTuber anniversary, our little week-long stream fest. That was a good time. I enjoyed it very much. And then getting into the end of September, I got featured in the Idolizine, the International Idol Network zine. Cherry Wallflower did an interview with me in the magazine. That was really cool. I've been reading every issue since it came out, so when Cherry came up to me and was like, hey, can I interview you? And we can talk about, like, your new song and also, like, voice teaching and singing, and I was like, abso-fucking-lutely, let's go. So that was really exciting for me, and I was really happy to be able to do that. And Cherry's excellent. I love her. We've known each other for like a decade online, at least. But we've never met in person, and it's kind of funny. But Cherry is good people, and I really appreciate the fact that she asked me to be in the zine with so many other talented idols. Like, I love that me and Shetty Ife got to be interviewed in the same issue, because I'm such a Shetty fan. I am a cherub, you could say. So that was pretty cool. And then after that, it was Northwest Idol Fest time. So, and it was the last one, the last Northwest Idol Fest ever. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad it's not going to be in Seattle next year. But whatever it changes to, whatever title it is, it's going to be in LA. And I'm going to see if I can get it into the budget to go for 2025. Because god damn it, I love that convention so much. Just a weekend of idol garbage. The entire weekend. That was the best. And I got to perform for like an hour this year. I was in Northern Lights last year, and that was excellent, you know, and it was like 15 minutes, but then I had to do an entire hour set. So, yes, NWIF is no longer NWIF. I don't know, it might be Southwest Idol Fest because it'll be in California. It's still there, it's just changing names because it's moving locations. Not to fear, you can still go. It's just in a different place. But no, honestly, I'm gonna miss it. I love Seattle. Seattle is one of my favorite places to visit in the US. I loved the weather. I loved the people. So I was really glad I got to do the last NWIF. So thank you, Macaron. Yes, I got to do my new Magical Girl idol show, and that was a lot of work. That was I bit off a big old hunk of music, but I was able to actually memorize everything on time, and I was very proud of myself. Yeah, there was a lot of work and a lot of practice going into that, but I was very, very happy with how that turned out. So yeah, that was a lot, but I had so much fun. I loved meeting everybody. I loved supporting everybody. It's just, honestly, Northwest Idol Fest, or, you know, whatever it's going to be called, it's basically just idols moving each other's money. Like, I'm going to buy one of your checky, and I'm going to buy one of your checky, and I'm like, fool, I just gave you money, and now you're going to give it back to me? Ugh, it's just, that's just what we do, because it is literally a mutual aid con. Honestly, we're just idols supporting idols. That's what it is, and that's why I love it. And being able to see, you know, idol acts from Japan, because they have a few of those that come every year, and of course, non-sweet. So I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and I got to meet up with some of my voice students. So I was really, really happy to see them. And one of my voice students had a performance, so I got to see her perform live, and we did a little collab. So I'm over here looking. If I look to my right, I can see all of the checkies, or like at least the little container that they're in, from Northwest Idol Fest. There's so many. I think I got like 12 checkies in one weekend, maybe more, but it was a lot of checkies. I swear, Instax is making so much money off of all of us. We, especially that weekend, we're all just buying the multi-packs of the film. It's crazy. But October, after Northwest Idol Fest, I came home Sunday night. Monday, I did laundry and repacked because I fucked off to Ireland for 10 days in October. The fact that I got to, like, travel for fun twice in 1 year, like, that's unheard of. That was very lucky. It was very lucky that things lined up and airline miles were available, and the fact that I was able to go back to Ireland again after my first trip in 2022, and see some of the same people. Like, I got to see some of the Irish folks that I met last trip. I was like, hey, I'm coming back, and they're like, oh my god, come visit me. So that was really, it was very special. Honestly, going to Ireland feels like coming home in a sense for me, because my mom's side of the family, you know, they came over to the US during the famine. You know, so we can directly trace my family back to Ireland. So, you know, learning about my ancestors and their culture and their heritage was really, really important for me. And to be able to make those memories with my mom, too, was really, really nice. It's so funny. When we were planning to go somewhere, she's like the first Ireland trip, she was like, I know you say you want to go to Ireland, but why do you want to go? And I'm like, Mom, our family's from there, and Ireland has such a rich, amazing history. So she booked the trip, and we went. And then after we came back, she's like, Martha, I want to go back to Ireland. And I'm like, I told you. It's so, it's just such an amazing place. It really, really is. So, you know, that'll probably be, you know, our last trip to Ireland together, at least, you know, for a while. It would be nice to do it again, but even if we can't, just having those memories is really, really nice. You know, we're trying to travel while she is still mobile. You know what I mean? She already had one knee replaced. So I'm like, she's like, I better go do stuff while I still can. I'm like, yeah, girl, let me know. So yeah, that was nice. I would love to go with my partner one day. I would just love to share that, you know, a place that's very important to me with my partner, because my partner is very important to me. So, but yeah, that was October, and I came back just before Halloween. So I was, and honestly, I got the best of both worlds, because, you know, Halloween started in Ireland, so I got to do Halloween stuff over there, and then I came home and I did Halloween stuff here. So I was living my best spooky life in October. I forgot. The next thing on my list is the Multiverse Spooktacular. That was the online idol showcase that took place, I think it was like 4 days after I came home from Ireland. I had to get in all of my like audio and video before I left for Northwest Idol Fest, because the deadline for all of it was going to be while I was in Ireland. And I was not going to bring like my laptop and my camera and all that shit to Ireland when I was supposed to be not working. So, September was kind of crunch time, just getting all of this stuff done before October was crazy pants. You know? And online idol showcases are kind of a different animal, to be completely honest with you. Because, you know, during lockdown, they were, you know, really needed, and everybody really liked them. And I still think that there's an audience for it, but I feel like you see a lot of the same people in a lot of these online idol showcases. And I'm trying to figure out, like, because, you know, some of TIFF staff was like, we should do some online showcases from, you know, we can have longer shows and let in more idols. And I think that'll be really good. It's just trying to figure out, like, how to make it an exciting experience. So with Multiverse, I've been watching more online idol showcases since live performances have started up again. And I'm trying to see, like, what I like about them and maybe what I don't like about them so much, and to see what we could do to, like, make it feel extra special like a live performance would, but being, like, accessible for more performers. So yeah, but honestly, I had a lot of fun with Spooktacular. I loved hopping on the live stream. It is kind of nice being able to see live performances from idols in your bed. Like, you get to sit in your jammies. You have a little pen light, but you're chilling out, and you get to watch on your screen, you know? Online idol showcases give me the same vibe as digital drag shows, which I miss entirely. It's so true. Honestly, that's the thing, is like, it's an accessibility thing. You want to make sure that people who cannot physically make it to these things, you know, or are immunocompromised, can still be involved in the community. And digital shows are a great way to do it. So yeah, but I guess I just got so used to doing live events again that when I was just like, oh shit, I gotta do all this editing and stuff. But the thing about the multiverse shows is that they don't let you do it like music videos. It has to look like a live performance, and I really like that aspect of it. Okay, Darkrai, get some rest. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for coming on. And Happy New Year. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. But anyway, I like that Multiverse has people do things like a live performance. Even though technically it's not live and it's pre-recorded, they have them do it like a live performance. So that way, you know, people who may not be so good with video editing or may not have the kind of equipment to do something extra fancy, it levels the playing field, and I like that a lot. I think they're doing like a Valentine thing in February, so I didn't audition for that, but I'll probably tune into it. And I know Nani, Idol Nani, the applications for her Love Live festival just closed, so I will definitely be watching that, because that's a good time. So there was Multiverse Spooktacular, and then November. November this year happened, and November was a roller coaster. It really was. Because it started off amazing. I felt great because the 2nd was my birthday. You know, I had a great birthday party. I got to see all the people I loved. I had a birthday live. I was like, yeah, everything's great, and I'm so hopeful. And then the election happened, and I feel like I just disassociated for the rest of the month of November. So I wasn't posting a lot. I wasn't talking a lot with other people. I was a little isolated. And I feel like probably some of y'all can relate to this. But I feel like a lot of us, you know, it was kind of a blow. You know, and I think we had to take some time to grieve and kind of figure out what our next move was, and you know, just deal with all the feelings that we were feeling. So yeah, November was pretty quiet for me. But November is also like, it's not only my birthday, but it's my mom's birthday, my partner's birthday, and then our anniversary. So like, there were still some high points. You know, we just had to, I guess, you know, it was kind of a lesson in finding the joy in not the best of situations. And I feel like in 2025, we will probably be tested to do that again. You know, 2025 and onwards. But you know, I think I learned a lot, and I'm hoping that we all can be prepared for what comes in the future, you know? Because at this point, it's all kind of unknown. But after November, I couldn't just sit and disassociate completely because Anime Weekend Atlanta was fast approaching. And I got to be in the first ever event Horizons at Anime Weekend Atlanta, which was their VTuber performance showcase. And that was run by Neon and Ronan from Seeker. They're like the idol team at Anime Weekend Atlanta. Because they had Starlight Idol Festival. They had a, what was it called? It was a stage for newer idols. And I know Bex performed on that stage. And then there was Event Horizons. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Stretch break. Yeah, I haven't stood up. Time to stand up. Excuse me, Velcro. Stand up and stretch. Ooh, thank you, Cloud. But Event Horizons, I wasn't able to travel to Anime Weekend Atlanta in person because, like, after fucking around in Europe, there was not a lot of flow left to go to Anime Weekend Atlanta. Thank you, Cloud. Have a good night, sleep well, and have a happy new year. We'll see you next time. But even though I wasn't able to be in Atlanta in person, I was very happy to still be able to be involved. And I did some songs from my Magical Girl set list for that one. I think we had like 10 minutes. Because that lineup was stacked. There was a lot of VTubers. There was a whole bunch of us. So I did a shortened version of Eternal Snow from Full Moon Osagashite. I did a shortened version of Starlight ni Kisushite from Sailor Moon R. And then originally I was gonna do Harmony Free the World, but I decided that Cherry on Top fit the vibe of the set list better. It all kind of fit with, you know, the like wintry magical vibe, because that's kind of what I was going for with the other two songs, and I feel like the music of Cherry on Top I think fit with that theme better. Everybody tagged me on Instagram and I got to see a little video footage. So from what I can tell, it went really well. So I was very pleased, and people, you know, messaged me saying, hey, I really liked your performance. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. So I really appreciate Ronan and Neon and Xeon and team, everybody who worked on the idol space at Anime Weekend Atlanta, for making it such a cool thing. Like, the staff took like footage of the audience. There was a bunch of people there for all these VTubers, so I was really happy about it. So I am actually waiting on footage. I was just checking the Discord. I'm waiting on footage for our finale number, because all of the VTubers got together and we sang Bibi Deba, or Bibi Diba, however you say it, from Suisei. And they like animated it. Like, they had people dancing and doing motion capture with like an artist's rendering of our VTuber model. So there was no footage of that sent, but they said that they took footage of that and that they will post the video for us to watch at a later date. So I am very excited to see what that looks like and what that sounds like. So once I get it, y'all will be able to see it. Right? It's so cool, because they had, where's the roster of VTubers? They had, where are you at? So Phoebe performed first, and then I was after Phoebe. There was Kamishiro Rita, and then Pengi, Weeby Miz, Ikuhoshi Furi, Ayla Yu, Shiki Miyoshino, all four girls from VMOA. Mint Phantom was our last performer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 VTubers, and then our giant group number. So, right? Like, I was amazed that they had the budget for that. I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean you're animating this shit? I am, like, they sent me art, and they're like, this is, because they had me send in my PNG, you know, when I auditioned, and they're like, okay, so we have this art. Does this look good to you? Do you want to tweak anything before we start animating? And I was like, so that, I was like, damn, Anime Weekend Atlanta's got money to throw at this shit. And honestly, I love that. So I am very, very excited to see what that looks like. So that was my last event for the year. That was on the like 12th to 15th of this month. So yeah, it wasn't that long ago, just a few weeks ago. So damn, that was my 2024. That's everything that I did, you know? And like I said at the beginning, I was like, I don't know if I did enough. But then looking at all of this shit, I was like, damn. Woo, I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of things this year. So I think I can feel, you know, even though there were some setbacks and some things that I wanted to do that I didn't get to this year, I think I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm doing. So apologies if this is not the place to ask, what made you decide to VTube? Did you stream before trying VTubing? No, actually, that's a great question to ask, especially since we were doing Anime Week in Atlanta. Because I know, like, a lot of VTubers don't show their face. And, like, I was already a performer before starting to VTube. You know, and I had thought about whether or not to create a new character, but I decided to, you know, just go with being a VTuber as myself. And really the big decision was, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, a part of it was my health and my chronic illness. Like, I started VTubing in 2022, you know, and I was noticing when I wasn't feeling great, even though, you know, maybe I couldn't dance, or, you know, I didn't have enough energy to do conventions or something, or to do my own performances, I could still do things while VTubing. You know, I can be here, you know, right now as my VTuber. I can sit, I can wear compression garments, I can be wrapped up in a blanket. You know, I don't have to do a bunch of hair and makeup if I do not have the spoons to do it. So honestly, as somebody who is chronically ill, you know, I love being able to put on costumes and, like, do physical performances. But sometimes I just don't have it. I don't have the physical energy to do it. And this helps me to, like, keep doing what I like and being able to connect with my community still without putting so much strain on myself. And that really helped in 2023, because that's when that big flare-up happened, and I was out of commission for most of the year. I was still organizing and directing stuff, but, like, after conventions, I was in bed for days because it was too much. You know, and honestly, it's a lot better this year. I am on a treatment plan that is keeping me fairly able-bodied for the overwhelming majority of the time. You know, I'm dealing with some side effects, but, like, it's better than, you know, dealing with the illness itself. You know, it's like I still have it and I'm still being monitored, but, like, there are more days where I can pretend it doesn't exist than not. And that is not something I could say, you know, a year or so ago. So, you know, part of it was because, you know, it was a need at that time, because not being able to create anything makes me go insane. Like, I know it sounds melodramatic and, like, you know, very, like, artsy fartsy and shit, but, like, if I don't get to create things or perform, there's just, like, a pit, like a big empty space, you know? So during big flares like that, I would get really depressed. And then I found out about VTubing, and specifically about Iron Mouse, because trust me, Iron Mouse is she's got a lot more medical shit to deal with than I do. Like, as far as chronic illnesses go, mine is fairly, like, I mean, I don't want to, like, talk it down, but, you know, it's like, I can deal with it. And there are a lot of people who have it that are asymptomatic. And you can't say the same stuff for people with Iron Mouse's condition. But after finding out that Iron Mouse, you know, she was bedridden but could sing and do like 3D VTuber concerts and stuff as someone who was disabled and chronically ill. Oh my god, yes, she's talked about it a lot. You can find clips of her talking about that. Yeah, Iron Mouse has multiple autoimmune disorders. Like, I think she's like finally starting to like be able to walk around again. Like, it was to that point. But I was like, you know what? If Iron Mouse can do that shit, so can I. You know? Oh, hell yeah. No, it's so interesting because I keep finding chronically ill idols everywhere. I think we all just kind of find each other. Like the medical zebras, we all just kind of gravitate towards each other, which is funny. Yeah, she does have a lot going on, but the fact that she has been able to do what she has is incredible. I am so inspired by Iron Mouse, and there are a lot of other chronically ill VTubers, who have said the same thing. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, the VTubing didn't start from that immediately. You know, I was just like, ooh, I like having OCs. This could be fun. You know, 2022 was kind of a test run for me, just because I always liked the idea of being able to transform, you know, the whole magical girl shit. But it really did come in handy when, you know, when I was really in the shit in 2023. And honestly, you know, I had thought about in 2024, I was like, you know, I'm really doing a lot better. Should I be doing face cam more often? But like, VTubing has become a part of my creative arsenal, you know? So I didn't want to leave it behind, because I feel like there are some things I can do as a VTuber that I can't do as my physical self, and vice versa. You know, I think there are different things that you can do with different mediums, and I like having all of the different tools at my disposal, you know? It's fun. Yes, she is also a classically trained singer. Yes, I think like her dream was to do opera, but she physically couldn't. But she's still able to, you know, share her voice and her music with us through VTubing. So, I have a lot of silly notes jotted down for an original song about the struggle of being chronically ill and kawaii. That's such a mood. I definitely have multiple documents sitting in my drive about that subject. It's so true, because it's relatable for so many people. Ugh. Honestly, the chronic illness community and the disability community, especially within the idol sphere, have really held me down these past couple years. And it's really nice. So even though I will be able to get into dancing more this year, you know, in 2025, and I'm physically able to do more things than I was a couple years ago, you know, I still want to give my chronically ill people their flowers, because they deserve it. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that when we were talking about Idol Mouse. I mean, she do be an idol, but Iron Mouse, her song with Canaria was in my top songs this year. I keep wanting to call it the name of Rodent's Kingdom. I was like, God damn, what's it called? Rodent's Kingdom. Yes, that would be great. Yo, I am so down for a collab. I am so down. That's one of my goals, especially since, okay, we went through 2024. Let's start talking about 2025. One of my goals this year is to collaborate with people more, because being a former theater kid, I love ensemble work. And I'm not able to do it as much as I used to. So I'm hoping, even if it's just little TikTok dances with people, short things, I would love to do more collaborations with other idols this year. Because again, you can do things with other people that you can't do alone, and vice versa. So it's a lot of fun. I just have to plan them out properly, you know what I mean? But yeah, 2025 goals. So more collabs is one of them. And then more general goals is more performances. I want to be able to do more performing. I still want to organize, of course, but I definitely want to do more performances this year. Whether that be at standalone events or at conventions, I just want to be able to sing and dance in front of people more often, right? So I'm looking at different places to go, and different venues, so we shall see, but the goal is, because how many performances did I have this year where I was actually on stage? It was 1, 2, if we count the mermaid pageant, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I include Event Horizons. Okay, yeah, my goal, dang, I didn't even realize I'd hit 6 performances this year. But my goal was like 6 to 8 for 2025. So yeah, if I can do like the same amount or a little bit more, that would make me happy. And to go along with that, I want to do more dancing. I want to get back into dancing more often. That was something, especially, you know, pre-corona, that I really enjoyed, was dancing in groups and dancing with other people. And I haven't been able to do that as much, you know, since 2020. And especially, you know, since going through that flare, I am finally able to have physical energy back in my body, so I'm able to, you know, dance more. I have some money saved up that I'm gonna put towards ballet classes, because holy shit, I have missed taking formal dance classes, but I haven't been able to go for the past few years because I haven't been able to afford it. But I finally have a good chunk of money saved up that I can at least take a few months of ballet classes, you know, get my posture back, get my alignment back, and you know, get some better technique in there. I loved taking ballet. I was supposed to take, because in 2019 I was studying in an adult ballet class, and in 2020 I was supposed to join their adult point ballet class. Like, I was gonna get my first pair of point shoes, because like I did ballet from when I was like 15 to when I was like 20, and then I stopped because I was doing other stuff, but then I started back again. And then I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get my first pair of point shoes, and I'm gonna do all this, and then, you know, lockdown happened, so, and then that ballet studio ended up shutting down. So, I have found a new place. Yeah, ballet! Right? God, I'm such a fucking nerd. I wanted to go see the Nutcracker this year, but, I waited too long to buy tickets, and it was all sold out, so I just watched recordings instead. But I still have my, like, flat ballet shoes, so I'm gonna go, starting this month, see if I can get some ballet classes in, and then I can do some more dance covers. Because, honestly, I am definitely better at singing than I am at dancing, but, like, dancing just brings me joy. It's just fun, you know? And honestly, finding more ways to move your body that bring you joy is always, it's good for your health. Exercising is not just for changing your body shape, it is for bringing joy. And instead of joining a gym this January, I'm gonna go to the dance studio. So, more performances, more collabs, more dancing, and specifically more video content that isn't live. 2024, I was really focused on streaming, and I love streaming. I'm still gonna stream. This is not saying that I'm not gonna stream, but I am probably going to just be streaming like twice a week in 2025, because doing 3 to 4 times a week, like, it takes a lot out of you. And I was finding that I didn't have as much time to do like song covers or YouTube videos or things like that because I was so focused on streaming. So I'm trying to see if I can find a happy medium in 2025. So I want to do, I want to continue my Idol History series on YouTube because it's been like a year since I've done a new Idol History video, and we're still stuck in the 70s, so I gotta get to going. So I want to do more Idol History. Of course, I want to do more song and dance covers. And I want to do like convention vlogs, especially on like short form content like Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. And I had started doing that with Northwest Idol Fest in October, but then November happened. So I'm going to try and see if I can use my time to do both with just less frequent streaming. I think twice a week is a good frequency for me personally, as far as like energy levels and time commitment goes. So that's kind of what I'm looking towards in 2025. And I also want to do more like process-based content. The other day I filmed myself warming up for singing, and so I'm going to be doing like what goes on in my head during a warm-up, or here's how my rehearsal process looks. Because there's a creator specifically who inspired me. She's big on TikTok, but she also uploads her stuff on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Her name is Lori. Her username is Life of Lori, Lori. And she's a ballerina. She is a freelance ballet dancer, and she performs all across the country with different ballet companies. And I love watching her like routine at the studio. How she stretches and rolls out, how she cools down, how she takes care of herself between performances. And I found myself coming back to her content, 'cause she posts every day. So I found myself coming back to her content every day, and I'm like, what if I did that, but for idol shit? Because I know like Barry sometimes does like day in the life of a full-time J-pop idol, and I love that shit. Like, I find myself, I watch more process-based content than like stream VODs, because like I'll have a stream VOD on when I'm like cleaning my office or washing the dishes or folding laundry, but when I am actively paying attention to content, it's like, people really getting into their own stuff. And I thought it might be a good thing to try making more content that I would want to watch, because I feel like I might be able to find more of my people that way. You know what I mean? Her handle was Life of Lori, LIFEOFLORI, Life of Lori. God, just watching, especially her behind the scenes of all of her Nutcracker performances. Ugh, I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. But honestly, I love process content. Whenever other idols upload con vlogs, I am there. I am watching. Whenever they upload like costume whips, like when they're sewing their costumes and they're showing us the process, I'm all over it. Like, that's my shit. So I'm like, maybe I should be making content that I want to watch, So that's another goal. More performances, more collabs, video content, dancing, and just improving my performance skills overall. So of course, taking those classes, dance classes, is going to help my dance technique and just practicing more. And then of course, I want to improve my voice. And so I have found this new voice teacher who is brilliant, and she approaches singing from a way that has never been taught to me before. So I want to try and learn new techniques and new things for voice, so that way I can bring better and more information to my own students. Because I feel like for the past couple of years, I've been doing a lot of the same stuff, which is fine because I've gotten better at it and I'm good at what I do, but I know I can learn more and I know I can be better. And if I get better, then in turn, I can share that information with my students, and then they will get better. You know what I mean? Like, it helps everybody. When Martha learns shit, everybody can learn shit. Or at least everybody who's in my studio, or, you know, who joins master classes. That is the goal. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So I want to be able to having another pair of eyes and ears on you while you're working through stuff is important, because sometimes your teacher can see shit or hear shit that you can't. And that happens a lot with me and my own students. So having someone like that for me is going to be very, very beneficial. You know, and already, even with one lesson, she was able to pinpoint, like, hey, this is really strong. Oh, you want to learn more about this? Okay, let's do some of these exercises. And so, like, that has already been super helpful. So I'm super excited to dive in and to really, like, you know, dig deep with it, you know? Because I've done all the basics and I've gotten all that down. So I can really get into the good shit with all of that. Excuse me while I hydrate. All right, so I have a couple more goals that I absolutely want to do, and then I have some goals that are like stretch goals, things that would be nice, but that I, you know, may not be possible this year, but it's nice to dream, you know? So another one of my goals that I really want to get done this year is release more music. I want to release at least one more song, at least one more single this year. That's kind of been my my release schedule, because Free the World was supposed to be a 2023 song, but, you know, then a bitch got sick. So, because Cherry on Top was fall of 2022, 2023 I was out of commission, this year was Free the World, and now I want 2025. I want to get back on my schedule of at least one song a year. But hopefully two. Two would be like, mwah, chef's kiss. I would really be proud of myself if I could release 2 new songs this year. But, like we have discussed, producing music can be expensive, so at least one. And I have a few ideas for what to do. I'm just trying to narrow down musical ideas, because lyrical content I think I have pretty down pat, but I want to narrow down what musical ideas I want to go with. So releasing another song, I would love to do like a spring and a fall release. I think that would be pretty cool, but we're working on that. Next goal, I want to do independent idol events outside of conventions. If I can just get some local venues to, like, throw me a bone, and if we can do, like, Kaigai Idol Night at a music venue and do a show, that would be excellent. That is independent TIFF and Maid Cafe events. Because like I said earlier, Kira Kira's 15th anniversary is coming up, and I really want to do a nice fat concert for our 15th anniversary. Maybe bring back some people who were in the cast but have left and just kind of bring them back for a one night only. Have some special guests. That is definitely on my list, and I am going absolutely bananas just messaging whatever venues that I think would be open to idol shit. So having an independent event in 2025, that is a big goal. That is what I want to do. How to ADHD shared a video about goal setting that's very helpful. I like that. I do be neurospicy. I'm into it. How to ADHD. Okay, I will take a look at that. I will definitely take a look. I love that for us. Thank you. And then my last big goal that I really want to make happen this year is to study more Japanese. I really want to get to the point to where I can feel more comfortable speaking. I can understand some stuff, but speaking Japanese is petrifying, and I really want to be able to do more in the language, so that way I can... Listen, I want to be able to talk with my Oshis, alright? I want to talk with my Oshis, and I want to understand what they're saying in their content without digging for translations. So I need to get my nose back on the grindstone with studying Japanese. And I'm hoping in 2025, maybe I can do a few, like, Japanese-only streams or, like, some short-form content speaking Japanese. Because if I don't use it, it's not gonna stick in my head. So, the Japanese learning, that's my last big goal, so that I can properly interact with my Oshis, and I can, you know, consume J-pop knowing more. And eventually, you know, I don't know if this will happen in 2025, because it is expensive, but when I eventually do travel to Japan, because it will happen, being able to get around and talk with people is going to be important. So, time to study, Martha. Time to study. Alright, so we have the goals that I want, and then a few stretch goals. These are, it'll be nice if it happens, but if it doesn't, that's okay. My first stretch goal is to upgrade my VTuber model. Change up the look a little bit. And I wouldn't, like, retire this model completely, but I would like to change up the hair and the outfit specifically. Like, the base model, I'm chill with. And also maybe a little bit less titty. I feel like there's a lot of titty going on here. So if I could change up the clothes and be able to have, you know, some shorter hair. Because when I first commissioned this model, I had very, very long hair with, like, dip dye twin tails. So this was kind of like an exaggerated version of that. So I was wanting to, like, I'll keep the cat ears, but I'm wanting the hair to be a bit shorter, you know, maybe do an outfit that's more similar to the idol costumes I'm wearing these days. And then when I'm feeling extra girly pop, I can use this model, you know what I mean? But VTuber modeling and rigging is very expensive, so I would have to set aside some money in the budget. And with all the other goals I have this year, like especially for dance class and voice lessons, those are going to be more important than switching out my model. So that might not happen this year, but boy, if we could get it there and I could be the gender fluid bitch online that I am in real life, I would enjoy that very much. So that's one of 3 stretch goals. Stretch goal number 2, have one of my music releases this year be an EP. That is a very ambitious goal, but like an EP is at least 4 songs. So I think 4 songs would be the most I could do on an EP this year. But I know I said I wanted to at least release one more song this year, but if I could do an EP, that would be really cool. I think that would be fun, having multiple songs on one release. It depends on the budget, again, as everything does. But that would be a stretch goal. And if I do some sort of crowdfunding or donathon thing, I could have that listed and be like, our goal is this, and this will get you a single. But then if we stretch it to this goal, it could be an EP. So, stretch goal number 2. Last stretch goal number 3, would be an in-person either 15th anniversary live or birthday live this year. Because I've been doing birthday lives on stream, you know, every year since I've been streaming, but I would love to have an in-person birthday live at a live venue, you know, like a lot of my Oshis do. I think that would be so much fun. Or an in-person 15th anniversary live, because even before Kira really started, my first like idol debut performance was in summer of, or like, yeah, early summer of 2020 or 2025, 2010. 15 years, Martha, do the math. So this will be my 15th year of being idol. I've been performing for longer than that, but as idol specifically, I remember starting to prep fall of 2009, and then the debut happened in 2010. So I would love to do like a big 15th anniversary live with, you know, doing a bunch of collabs, like any kind of collab stages, just doing whatever the fuck I want, doing collabs. I think that would be so much fun. But because Kira's 15th anniversary live is there and I want to celebrate that, that might be, that would be the first priority, you know? And then I could do, like, the birthday live could be a 15th anniversary live. Like, we could wrap it all into one, because, like, it's all in the same year anyway. But as kind of a, you know, a consolation prize, if I can't reach that stretch goal, I'll be, you know, doing some covers of some songs from my very beginning Idol days, some stuff that I either wanted to cover but didn't get to, or stuff that I did cover in the past, as a celebration of 15 years in this shit. And just celebrating the growth. So yeah. That's it. That's what I want to do. I want to get good. I want to get better. And then I want to show that to people. And then, you know, speak some Japanese so I can geek out with my Oshis. That's the tea. That's the stuff. God, and I know I've just been yapping about the same shit for like 2 hours, but I think it's nice to just like chat with people and get your goals out there, because I feel like now that y'all know what I want to do, y'all can help hold me accountable. Y'all can be like, hey, where was that thing you were talking about? And I'll be like, oh shit. Because sometimes I feel like when you're doing something just for yourself, at least, you know, people pleasers like my sorry ass, you know, we feel like our own goals for ourselves aren't as important as the ones that other people want. So I feel like by sharing your goals with other people, you feel more accountable for those goals. You know what I mean? Ugh. But yeah. That was 2024, and that's what I'm wanting for 2025. And if y'all have any specific goals that you want to share, feel free to share them with me and with each other in the Discord server, because that's what it's all about, is just hanging out with each other and uplifting each other. Martha, you are my inspiration. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so kind, Mai. Thank you. I always love following your fashion and idling escapades. It's a lot of fun. Listen, I'm here not only because I want to perform, but because I also just love supporting other people and screaming over idols. Because you know what? I was a fan first, and then I jumped in myself. So if we can inspire each other, that is what it's all about, friend. That is what it is. All right, everybody, that is gonna be it for me tonight. So, cause it do be Monday, and I do have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day, cause then I have to go out late and, you know, celebrate the new year. But I hope that everybody here has a lovely New Year's Eve tomorrow. Be safe, but have fun. And I hope that 2025 will be a year that's full of joy and fun and the people you love. and that we'll all still be here for each other in this lovely little community. Y'all have helped make 2024 really, really great, and I appreciate everyone being here this year, whether you've been here from January or if you jumped in the middle of the year. I just appreciate you still being here. And if y'all are watching the VOD later and you made it here, I really appreciate you too. Thank you. Alright, so I don't have any other streams scheduled for this week yet. If I want to throw something in on the weekend, I might. But otherwise, there will be a stream schedule up later on in the week for next week for just 2 streams a week for this year. Thank you, Macaron. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Alright, who's live? Who can I throw y'all to? I'm gonna throw y'all. I'm gonna throw y'all to Deer. She's doing her drag makeup, and then later we'll be playing Dino Crisis 2. So if you enjoy dinosaurs, stick around and hang out with Deer. Thank you, everyone. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. Enjoy some drag. And I will see you on the next stream. Bye-bye.